Voila! Everyone, and welcome to the Amanda Natanda Show. I'm Amanda, and thank you guys for watching. I am so super excited today because I am back in the studio. Okay, sorry I'm so loud to you right now.
Well, we love that you're back in the studio.
Thank you. I love it. I love you. I miss you too, and I thank you so much for supporting and for watching. But I'm so super excited about today's show, and the show is still in the third season of the Amanda Natanda Show, and I feel so excited to be back in the studio. Although I had a ton of fun live. I don't know if you joined some of my lives on Instagram because I had other guests. I was interviewed from Africa, so then I was like, it was such an amazing experience as well. It was a good experience.
Well, I was in one of your live ones. That's how I won the eyelashes.
Oh yes. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Definitely. So yeah, when I couldn't be in the studio. So now let's see how rusty I am.
You could never be.
I don't know. You never know these things when you've been away for a long time. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to hosting more amazing guests on the show. So look out for that. And here is my first guest. Look at her. Look at how beautiful she is. So I was like, you know what? Let's start with the bang and have our Mrs Galaxy Edmonton in the house. All right. So joining me today is Edmonton's gorgeous Miss Galaxy, Yoleen Naidoo. Yes!
Okay.
Got it. Oh, yes. And welcome to the show, Yoleen.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Awesome. I love it that you're here finally, because we've always been talking, okay, you're going to come here. I want you to come here. Let's talk.
It's about timing.
Right? Perfect timing is always good. Awesome. So let's start with briefly knowing who Yoleen is before we get to who Mrs. Galaxy is. So Yoleen in a nutshell.
So Yoleen basically is I'm a woman who loves doing a lot of things. I love traveling, I love makeup, I love being a girl, I love fashion, and I love doing a lot of community work.
Yes.
So my downfall is I can never say no. So if I ever see something or someone in trouble or in a problem, whatever I'm doing, I stop and I'm ready to help.
Wow.
I'm ready to help. So that's basically me, living in the moment.
Oh,
living
nice.
in the moment.
Look at that. Live in the moment, because life is too short to worry about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do tomorrow? Oh my God, what happened yesterday, right? Exactly. That is so awesome, and it's good to know about that. So as we all know, Canada welcomes and embraces diversity. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. You knew that question was coming, right? Embraces diversity. So with that said, where are you originally from, if you don't mind me asking? And or were you born in Canada? That way.
Well, I'm proudly South African.
Woo!
South Africa.
Hello, Africa. There we go. Yeah.
Born in South Africa, moved to Canada when I was 28.
Oh, wow.
So now I am dual citizen of Canada and
nice.
South Africa.
Oh,
I belong
nice.
to two places.
You belong to two places?
I belong to two places, and I'm proud of it. I'm
Yes.
proud of my heritage. I'm proud of where I'm born.
Yeah.
I'm proud of being in Canada. I'm proud of the diversity in Canada.
Yeah.
Meeting so many people from around the world that have moved to Canada. A lot of immigrants, a lot of opportunities here. But I'm also grateful for South Africa, for all the morals and the toughness that it's taught me in life.
Yeah.
Love it.
I know. I remember the first day when I met you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm from South Africa." I was like, "What? Okay, my fellow African sister, right there, right?"
Definitely.
And it's so amazing that you embrace culture as is. You know what I mean? And up until now, you know, which is so amazing, because had it not been for our culture, we wouldn't be who we are right now.
Exactly. And
still embracing it, even if you come, even the fact that you came to Canada, you still know where you came from.
That's true. And the one thing about Africa is the community.
Right.
There's that community. You actually feel it when you are in well, I'm mostly been in South Africa. You actually feel the love and you feel the support and you feel like everybody's taking care of each other. So you grow up in an environment like that. So community support, family support,
right.
Everyone's there. Everyone's there.
Yeah.
And that's what brings to Canada, and that's what makes it much easier for me to embrace people. So not so much culture, but it's more like people and getting to know different people and respecting people and loving what they've come from or who they've become. So it's beautiful.
Oh wow, that is so profound. That's amazing. So Mrs. Galaxy now. Now let's talk about Yoleen, Mrs. Galaxy, the title, right? So what does the title mean according to you, and not how you became Miss Galaxy? When was the pageant? Or actually let's start with what it means to you, according to you. What is Miss Galaxy?
Miss Galaxy to me means celebration of women. Celebration of women. It means bringing out your individuality out there. There's so much more to this, to what it means to me, being on this platform. I'm able to be myself, and
I love that about you, just so you know.
I'm able to be myself. I'm able to bringing my personality out, being a role model in the society, wanting people to follow me, to look up to me, and go out and do the same things that I'm doing.
Right.
Part of it is community work. Part of it is being a woman, being married, being a mom, being a career woman.
At the same time.
At the same time. But at the same time is being a career woman in this day and age. We always don't seem to have time.
That's true.
We don't seem to have time, and we always tend to do things for everybody else, and we put ourselves last. And the beauty of being on this platform is that, it brings me back to taking care of ourselves, taking care of our health, which is also very important because, we could get sick or not. But it gives us time to be ourselves, being girly, concentrating on dressing up, and then through that you get confidence. It's really important to have confidence as a woman in this day and age.
So in terms of confidence, I see a lot of people, how social media is playing a part in people's confidence. How do you gain your confidence when you see when you start comparing yourself to somebody else? Say I look at you, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could be like Yoleen. You know what I mean? And that will actually lower down my confidence and my self-esteem. So what is confidence to you, and how can you help somebody who compares themselves to somebody else on social media? Because social media is really destroying a lot of people.
I think it's not about looking at someone else as a role model to be like them. Maybe there's things that they do in life that will help you better yourself in life. But I do believe every single person that's born has an individual gift given to them by God. Right. Everybody is very individually branded, and the idea of going out there and being a role model and taking your stand and doing what you love doing. I want to motivate people to take that stand to live their dream. So maybe their dream is totally different, but it's about, if I can do it, you can do it.
Right.
If I can take a stand, yes, you can take a stand. And I want people to be confident to take a stand in what they want to do in life, because the confidence actually comes in being happy with yourself.
That's true.
In being happy with yourself, in celebrating yourself. We need to take time to actually celebrate ourselves, because remember, if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we going to fully 100% take care of someone else?
That's true. Same as love. How can you love somebody else when you can't even love yourself? Because love begins with you and within, right? Wow, that is so amazing.
Because it's something that you give off.
That's true. That's true. So if it's coming from within, like you're saying, it's something that you give off, and everybody will notice. Oh, okay, something is wrong deep down there, right? So what's the importance then of the pageant in our society?
I think pageant plays a big role in our society. It plays a big role in celebrating who we are.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that comes in a pageant, and what I love about Mrs. Galaxy Edmonton is that in this pageant, they don't discriminate between the size of a woman,
right,
or the height of a woman. It's about celebrating being who you are, being who you are, being conscious of who you are, being satisfied with who you are, and showing off your confidence. And in society, like, there's a lot of things that we do. I'll take one example is eating healthy. Eating healthy, exercise. And a lot of time we don't do it because we don't have time.
That's true.
Or we think we don't have time.
Yeah.
But something like this actually kind of forces you to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, because once you take care of yourself, and if everybody's taking care of themselves, imagine what a nice society we would live in. Yes, we definitely needed to help other people and share our wisdom, share our time. We share, but we also need to share that time with ourselves. We are an individual, and we do need to take care of ourselves. So being on this platform to me is a very positive. I would say a positive role model. In being that, because there's things that I could do that I would love to influence, and I'm not just influencing one generation, I'm influencing different generations. So when I'm working with, say, for example, the drugs in our community, so I'm taking a stand, I'm influencing parents to take a stand and be there for their kids, educate our kids. When I'm standing with I have a friend who's in federal government, and he's taking a stand on education. And to me, that's really, really important, because being a mom and having a daughter, I know how important education is, and also being a career woman, I know how important and where the workforce is moving into. So when I talk about that, I'm actually influencing children, influencing kids at school. And then when I go out to, say, help like the Pregnancy Teen Center, it's basically I'm influencing a lot of people to show your love, show your passion, show your compassion to people out there. Be positive. Let's not judge. Let's not judge.
Just because they're single moms doesn't mean that they're not human. It doesn't mean that sometimes there can be mistakes, right? But then having a kid is not a mistake, it's a blessing.
It is a blessing. It is a blessing. And you know what, I think in our society a lot too, we generally seem to concentrate on the negative, or we concentrate on, if something bad has happened to that person. But now we need to celebrate about the good that's happening in everyone's life. Celebrate the good, and let's get everybody out of that negative way of thinking. Let's concentrate on the positive, because we do have a lot of positive, and that's how I got involved with mental health. For the same reason, is because with mental health, I was promoting in the community last year for a few months, and the reason I did that was because we do need to have a good mind, a mind that we take care of. We do need to, just like how we feed our bodies good food to make sure that we're energized and we're ready to go out for the day, we also do need to feed our mind.
That's true.
We do need to feed our mind positive, because our mind actually controls our body.
Our body, that is so true. Well then, speaking of mental health, so how would you, you know how it is, I don't know in South Africa, but in Zimbabwe, it's...
Oh, you're my neighbor, right?
Right. But you never know. But the thing is, you know how sometimes when we speak mental health, they think crazy. They think, oh, okay, if I ask you, you need to, how about you go and talk to somebody? They have this whole thing, well, you're saying I'm crazy, but what is mental health in a nutshell for people in Africa, and how they need to take care of their minds, and what are the importance of going to see somebody just to go and talk?
I think the biggest thing is, as you said, as you're so correct, it's like a stigma
in Africa, which is so sad.
And I think it's in a lot of societies. It's a stigma in our society where if you are considered mental, you're considered you should be locked away.
Right.
And the reason why a lot of people think that is because in those days they didn't know how to handle or how to solve the problem.
Right.
And that is why it is important for people to talk about their feelings. Talk about what's happening to you. And it's also important for us to listen. For us to listen and do not judge. Because once you start judging, you'll make the person shut down and think there's something wrong with them. But just
and then
listen.
They'll bottle it up again.
They bottle it up, and what happens is over the years, it's bottled up, and they come to a stage where they're not able to handle any problems. So to me, mental health actually means is firstly getting yourself into a system, like our everyday. Waking up in the morning at a certain time, having your breakfast, going to school. It's kind of like on the schedule. But also mental health is being able to cope with problems. And problems can be something as small as waking up and the alarm says wake up, kind of get up, get up. Or it could be something huge where it could be like, am I moving from one country to another country, like from South Africa to Canada, and starting in a new place.
From the heat to the cold.
Exactly.
To the minus 50 or minus 40, whatever. Yeah.
And getting used to different changes, getting used to a different society. And so I think the bottom part is mental health. Maybe it's just the word that they use. We should maybe change the word in our society into something to like positive changes. Yeah. I think if we do something like more positive changes and say, you know what, you want to make a positive change in your life? Yeah, it's time. Let's do it. Let's go and talk to someone who is who's able to put us into a schedule or make us positively inclined to go to the next level. Wow. So maybe that's what we should change it to.
You heard that. You heard that. Now this is powerful. I had never thought of it, which is something that would actually would be helpful. Like you're saying, the term mental on its own, in as much as a lot of people go through depression, I've also learned that with the cold as well. The cold can give.
It's called the winter blues in Canada.
Winter blues, terrible winter blues. But then I heard there's also what they call a seasonal depression, right? Based off of the weather. That on its own is part of mental health. You see what I'm talking about? So using the term mental on its own, with the stigma in Africa or maybe around the society in the world, it's taken negative instead of it being taken positive. And I think a term like you say, it's so amazing what you've just mentioned, that a new term has to be invented for people to be able to accept and let go of whatever it is that they're bottling, right? And work on their mental health and just live in a positive way.
Exactly. And I think in life, like the biggest thing, the one thing that I've really learned, and if I had to die tomorrow and someone asked what did I take away from life, I would say words. Yeah. Words are the most powerful thing.
They're powerful. They can either break you
or make you.
Yeah.
Or make you. Wow. And whatever we say from our mouth is what we will become.
That's true.
So we have to be
Even the Bible says that.
Even the Bible says that.
Yeah.
Even the Bible says that.
Wow.
And that's why I say is when it comes to, right now they're using the term mental health, it deals with words. Because you can go sit with one person, the person can go sit with, to say, to someone like a counselor, and that counselor can say, yeah, no, I think you at that level now, I don't think you have help, but here's a prescription, or kind of idea. Or this person can go to someone who is like a positive person and says, you have no problem. Yeah. And because that positive side says that you have no problem, you actually believe it. I have no problem. What was I worrying about? And then like, you know what? There's so much life. Come, let's go do this. Let's start with getting a job, or let's start with let's go shopping, and that's why I was encouraging people during Coffee of Encouragement is spend 10 to 15 minutes with someone a day, even 10 minutes. Yeah. Spend time just motivating. Speak to someone for 10 minutes, just talking positive words, and we will make such an impact in our society.
That's true.
Such an impact. Wow. So to me, if I've ever taken anything out from this life, has been using words wisely.
Can you stay Mrs. Galaxy for 5 years, like as if you're president or prime minister?
Wow, that is why I want to be the next Mrs. I'm going for being Mrs. Galaxy
Canada instead of Edmonton.
Sorry, Mrs. Galaxy Canada.
Wow.
Because I want to have a broader platform where I could give up my positiveness out there, be this lead role model, and also create other role models in the community.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love that. Oh my gosh. I love that. Oh my gosh. I'm right now. I'm tongue-tied. I'm like, okay.
So I'm sure you're glad that you're back.
I'm glad that I'm back. Yes, I am glad that I'm back, guys. If you did not watch this episode, or if you know somebody hasn't watched this episode, please do share, because we're going to get into more. Right now, you already heard what Mrs. Galaxy has been telling us about mental health, about everything, about self-love, about just being yourself and just being joyful in everything that you do. Oh my gosh. So you're gonna hear more, and we're gonna have fun. So I know that you're so passionate. You've already mentioned that you're so passionate about working with people, talking to people, giving back and volunteering and stuff like that. In what ways have you done that so far?
In Canada, so I have went to the crisis center called Kids Cottage.
Okay.
And I used the platform as being Mrs. Galaxy Edmonton, and I went in there, and I went with Miss Galaxy Edmonton as well.
Okay.
We both went in there and we gave them a little princess party, a prince and princess party. We took cupcakes, hot chocolate. We had such a nice time.
Yeah.
We made everybody feel like a queen for the day. I bought some tiaras, took that in. It brought a very positive impact not only on the kids that were there but also on the staff.
Yeah.
Because they also get tired, and it was so nice to see this positive energy. And I was there reading and with the kids, and we were eating, and I told the staff, I brought some cake for you as well. And they're like, really? But you know what, we do need to take time for that. So I've done that. On Tuesday I'm going to go to the pregnancy center, like a mom care center, and I just want to take some baskets, and I'm getting the community involved to take baskets with me just to go deliver it. So you know, a lot of girls that are in that place don't have family and don't have that family structure, so they're very lonely, and I'm thinking, you know what, let's cheer them, let's take a gift for them.
Why not?
And you know, you see what happens is women who are in this situation, they stay away from society because to them they feel like they're in a situation where no one's going to accept them in the society, even though some people maybe they only heard it from one person, and that word was so powerful, and they just kind of cut themselves out from the world, and they went into the center. And you know what, when you do not talk to people and you do not share love amongst each other, that person could die inside.
That's true.
So by giving a little gift has nothing to do with the gift. It has something to do to show that somebody cares. Somebody cares. And a lot of times what happens is when we give gifts, we'll give gifts for the baby that's going to be born, and everyone's so excited about this new baby and new baby. So
some of them, they're still pregnant.
They are all pregnant.
Most of actually
they all are pregnant, but some of them are giving their babies up for adoption because they're unable to take care of their babies. So they are going through emotional turmoil as well. So we were making baskets to get something for them for this moment, like live in the moment, like bath salts and something just for them that will make them feel pumped up for the moment.
Wow!
So we've done that. We've actually done a lot in it, but the vision for me is not to collect money from the society. The vision of me is not to ask the society, okay, let's do things. The vision for me is, you know what, with the community, are you available on this day? We're gonna go out there. If you're available, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then when you creating the baskets, it's like, oh my gosh, I can create the basket as an individual and put a little love in that basket, or a lot of love in that basket, and I feel so good going out and giving it to someone, so I actually know where it's going to. So that is why I get the community involved, and like, let's go as a community. And the biggest thing that came out from it was because I come from a family structure who was close, who is close, who's close, and I did notice in a family structure everybody plays a role. Everybody plays a role. Like I'm gonna take for example, like you have your mom will be making sure you're doing everything correct. Then your dad will be the person that trying to pacify, you know, making sure you're listening. Then you have your brothers, helping you cover up, or your sister saying, you know what, we'll save you, kind of idea. So, but at the same time, it's not what they're doing. It's just having that person over there. That's there for you. So I wanted to create that in a Canadian society because we're all immigrants and we have to have families back home. And you know what? We actually not friends. We all are family. We all are family.
That is so true. Wow, that is so amazing. So as an immigrant, what challenges have you faced while trying to positively impact the lives of people out there in the society?
As an immigrant. First, I never took myself as an immigrant.
Okay. So as Yoleen, let's put it that way, as Yoleen or Mrs Galaxy. Okay, she's not taking herself as an immigrant right now, just for now. Okay, so as Mrs Galaxy Edmonton, let's put it that way. So what challenges did you face along this whole process of, okay, you having a title, you obviously have a lot of things on you, put on you, a lot of responsibilities and everything. But what challenges did you face along the way?
You know, in life,
especially
you face everything. You face everything. And as a woman, you face everything 10 times more. Because we're very emotional beings, but we face everything. But I think it comes down to what my dad always taught me. It's like, you know, if you're in a place and in a situation, go out and just do it. Just think of it and just do it. So that's why I say I'm not an immigrant, because I feel like when I've been brought up Like if my dad said, okay, come, we're gonna go, we this is an idea, what do you think? And he'll talk all of the positive stuff.
Right.
I love sitting with my dad. He's a very positive person.
Oh, awesome.
And then he'll talk about the positive stuff, and then my mom is a prayer warrior.
Oh, yes.
So then my mom, it would come a confirmation in her dream. So it was like so coming to Canada, that's how it happened. My dad wanted to move overseas because he was thinking of, my dad thinks like 10 years down the line, how life will be in 10 years. He's like, I want to give my grandkids a different lifestyle, like a more advanced lifestyle, because the world is being more advanced. And you know what? Let me think of moving overseas. And my mom had the dream about Canada. And they've never been to Canada. So they had a dream. My mom had a dream where an angel told her Canada, and she's like, okay, let's go see what Canada is about.
Just like that.
Just like that. And then my dad's and my mom are very motivated people. So I'm brought up in a very motivated home where there's no time to be negative. There's no time to feel sorry for yourself. There's no time. It's like, okay, we have an issue right now. Let's deal with it right now. We all standing together. Let's move forward.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Yoleen's parents right there. Shout out! Oh my gosh! Wow!
Yeah.
That is so amazing.
So I think it's an environment.
Because environment is important.
Very important environment.
And charity begins at home. Do you know what I mean?
It does.
And obviously, if you come from a family where there's positive vibes, there's a lot that will come out of that. A lot of success out of it.
And then if we have like a moment where we're thinking about it, and my dad will say,
then do it.
No, he'll say do it, but at the same time he's like, God has given us a new day. God has given us this moment. Take it. And he always told me, even like, there was a so-called recession in Canada. In my mind, there was no recession because I had my dad and my mom there. And my dad's like, it doesn't matter where you're in the world. It doesn't matter how bad the world is. It's how you think about it. And if you find a way about it, go out and do it. So I never had that mindset of recession. I never had that mindset of negativity,
struggle.
So, and I think the biggest thing is that's why I want to implement this more in the society. Yes, we do go through things in life, but if somebody says, "Oh no, I'm with you," we're gonna get out of it. We're gonna go through the next thing. Let's be focused. Totally be focused, and I think that's for me personally. That's where it comes down to is my dad, where he actually says, "I don't see the problem. I see a solution. Come, let's go get it done."
Wow. Okay, is your dad Mr. Galaxy too? He has to be Mr. Galaxy. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing.
Talking about that, you know what? Now that I talk about my parents, my dad actually won Mr. Lake's competition when he was before he got married to my mom.
Wow.
I mean, my dad's not a model.
He's
not a model, and I don't even know the full story how he entered this. I still remember my mom says, well, because I walked one day into the kitchen and there was this appliance there, and I'm like, oh, I wonder where you got this from, Mom. I want to get one. She's like, I'm not sure because your dad won this in a competition, and I'm like, what competition?
What competition?
It's like years ago before we got married. It was Mr. Lake's competition, and she just smiled about it. Okay, but my mom also entered, I think, competitions a few, and she ended up being the queen.
Wow.
At a few of the competitions. So
it runs in the family, though.
I think it's more like the positive. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go in.
Wow. Yeah. Go in.
And my mom and my grandma always said, if God's before you, who's gonna be against you? Who's gonna be against you? God's making the way forward. Just go.
The reason why he put the desires in our hearts is because he knows you can execute it. Exactly. He knows it.
He knows it. And it all comes down to believing it.
Yeah.
Now I think for me it was easier because we tend to, when we're younger, if you have your role model in the home, I would say, or the person you listen to more. If you're a girl, you tend to listen to your dad a little bit more, and I think it's because he's a little more calmer when he says things. So he was always the person who says, go do something. Go do something. So as you grow up, you believe, like you tend to learn to grow to believe one person. Right? So and it's like, I'm doing it because my dad said go out and do it. I'm sure there's a reason it worked before. So it comes down to your belief system. So when you read the Bible and you believe and you read it and you just automatically believe it, it happens. I mean, even if people who don't believe in God, have you seen them? They'll always preach, if you believe in something 100% in your mind and you go forward, you'll achieve it. I think it's a belief.
Belief it is. Faith.
Belief. Words. having somebody just behind your back.
Just go for it. Oh my
We
gosh.
need to motivate each other in
That's
society.
powerful.
We have such a
I don't
society.
regret coming back. I don't regret coming back. I told you. I don't regret coming back and having her on my show. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and thank you so much for watching, those who have been watching. And now as we conclude, I am just going to ask Mrs. Galaxy, according to you, would you mind finishing the statements that I'm going to be asking you?
Sure.
Right? So the world needs...
Someone like me.
Right? At first I did me.
Me?
Yeah, somebody like you.
Someone,
and why is that?
a role model.
Okay.
And I want to create more role models in the community.
Right.
So I want to be someone that you can look up to. So and I do challenge other people out there.
Yeah.
Be a role model. Let people look up to you.
That's true. Wow, that's awesome. And I'm most proud of...
My family heritage I come from.
Woo!
And generations.
Just like that. Whew, I like that. And compassion is...
Love.
Oh yeah,
Love and patience.
that's true. That is so true.
Love, patience, and tears. Crying for someone else. Even just understanding what they're going through.
That's true.
Or even crying for yourself. We do need to release whatever we have in us. Crying is a very powerful thing.
It is. And it's sometimes when you're hurt, going through a hurt, even when you're angry, it just calms down a lot.
It feels like, when it's dusty outside and it's windy and the rain just comes.
Yeah.
And washes away everything.
Wow.
Tears can be a good thing.
There you go. You have it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That is so amazing. Those were the 3 questions I had so deep. And so any words of encouragement this time? Words. Not tea, not coffee. Of encouragement to the viewers, especially the aspiring young people who are looking to spread love, positivity in the world to impact the lives of people out there.
I would say be confident in yourself.
Okay.
Be confident in yourself. Love yourself. Take care. Take time for yourself. And just go out and be a blessing to somebody out there.
Oh yes.
Just be a blessing.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
If you feel about the coffee, we can do the hugs. I love hugging.
Oh, I love hugging. I'm a hugger too.
Just
oh my
hug
gosh.
and smile. And you know what? At the end of the day, you don't have to even say the word. Just having that smile on your face.
Yeah. And it's a blessing to somebody, because somebody may be having a very bad day and just a smile will warm their heart and calm them down.
Exactly.
Wow.
I think everything
so
about
amazing.
us, we can give so much back.
Yeah, we can.
You don't have to have the money.
Yeah,
just have a
that's true.
smile.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
you can have a positive word.
That's true. Oh wow. That is so amazing. Thank you so much, Yoleen, for coming. It's been so amazing to have you, and and everything that you've said. Like
And I love being here.
It's a strong. Oh, thank you so much. And you're coming back.
And
You
you're
are
such an
coming
amazing
back.
person.
Thank
Oh
you
my God,
so
you my
much.
sister now.
Okay,
so
I'm an
sisters.
amazing person compared
are.
to you. What you've done in the society, I'm like, God, help me to do more.
But I'm sure
help
if
me
I
to do more.
I'm sure if I interview you and you talk about all the positive side that you've done, you
I
would
know.
outdo me. You
No,
would
not
definitely
outdo,
me.
not outdo, but I guess we'll be the same. But that is so amazing. I love everything that you're doing in the community, in the society, and just the positiveness and the new terms to put people in the positive side of life. You know what I mean? And just even when we're talking about mental health, I was like, wow. Because to me, that's a sensitive issue. Like, I think it's a sensitive issue to a lot of people, but it's just that people do not have a way of addressing it. Do not know how
Not
to address
understanding.
it.
I think the biggest thing is understanding it. And as I said before, is mental health is basically getting yourself into a schedule and basically helping you to cope with a problem. That's what it does. So if somebody shuts down mentally, it just means they feel there's no way out. That's why there's people commit suicide. People run away, people shut down because they feel there's no solution to their problem. But every problem has a solution.
That's true.
Every problem.
Oh, I've just done that. Oh, yay. Thank you so much for the word of inspiration and encouragement. But before we leave, it is with great sadness to learn about the heartbreaking news that's happening in Southern Africa at the moment, the cyclone Idai that's there, and it has it has taken a ton of lives, you know. It may not be 1,000,000, it may not be 1,000, but it has taken a lot of lives and people's homes, and it's something that's actually affecting us people in the diaspora who are from Malawi, from Mozambique, from Zimbabwe, and you know, it's a tragic event that has actually happened. And Cyclone Idai has caused severe flooding throughout Malawi, Mozambique, and my home country, Zimbabwe. So many lives have been lost, and many families have lost their homes. So those of you in Canada, even if you're not from Malawi, Mozambique, or Zimbabwe, feel free to help in any way that you can. There's a GoFundMe page where I'm going to put right below this episode, and Canadians was even Zimbabweans, fellow Mozambicans, fellow Malawians were wondering what's the best way they can help. There's a relief drive that's happening here, not just in Edmonton only, actually. A ton of different areas in Canada where you can drop off any items that you may want to donate to those that are affected in Zimbabwe. Recovery is a process, and the process will be hard. That's one thing for sure, because losing a lot of things maybe that you've been attached to, maybe from generations, you never know, right? It can be hard to start again, right? But we can all help the best way we can. Those that survived the tragic event but lost everything. So details are right here on screen. I have just put all the details. Feel free to help, and if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email on monuartsnet@gmail.com. If you have any questions or you want to know more on how you can donate or how you can help, your help would be greatly appreciated. And before we leave, I would like to thank you once again.
Thank you,
Yoleen, for coming. It was such an amazing honor.
My
I know
pleasure.
I know I ended up with sad news, but then at the end of the day, it's all about compassion, like you said,
But I wouldn't
right?
still say it's sad news. It's an opportunity to.
Yeah.
So there's no bad things happening. I would say it's opportunity. This is a time for our community and for everybody to come together.
Yeah.
And as I was talking through the show, was positive words, just positively tell you know what, it'll be fine. We'll get over this. And as you come together as a community, we can help each other in little ways. And I think the biggest would be like food and shelter.
That's true.
And then we can help build each other up, because that's what about life is. It's about building each other up.
That is so true. And thank you so much for those words as well, Yoleen. And to the viewers, thank you so much for watching, and keep watching. Thank you so much for your love and support. And I hope you have a lovely Saturday. I'm sure you will have a lovely Saturday. And remember, little girls with dreams become women of vision. Take care, and God bless you. Bye.